Have you ever wondered how Argentina's dramatic economic fall could have happened? Today, we embark on a journey that delves into the historical rise, unexpected fall, and the looming question: does Argentina still harbor a future, or has it been overwhelmed by the weight of its challenges? Argentina, a beautiful country nestled in the southern cone of South America, holds a rich historical tapestry that has played a pivotal role in shaping the nation's aspirations. The late 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed a transformative wave of European immigration as Argentina opened its doors to over 6 million people seeking new opportunities and a fresh start. This influx, primarily from Italy and Spain, brought a diverse blend of cultures, languages, and traditions, contributing to the vibrant mosaic that is Argentina today. As the population surged, Argentina's economic prospects seemed boundless. During the early 20th century, Argentina's Pampas region was a linchpin in the country's economic prowess. Renowned as the agricultural heartland, the fertile plains turned Argentina into a major global exporter of agricultural products. The Pampas, particularly conducive to extensive cattle ranching, fueled Argentina's position as a leading beef exporter. The region's agricultural productivity was a driving force behind the nation's economic prosperity, contributing significantly to its wealth. Furthermore, the Pampas' allure attracted waves of European immigrants who played a crucial role in transforming the vast grasslands into productive farmland. The strategic location of the Pampas as a transportation hub facilitated the efficient movement of goods, connecting the region to global markets. In essence, the Pampas were the catalyst for Argentina's economic growth, demographic shifts, and global prominence during this pivotal period. In the initial 3 decades of the 20th century, Argentina surpassed Canada and Australia in terms of population, overall income, and per capita income. In the year 1913, Argentina had positioned itself among the top 10 wealthiest nations globally in terms of GDP. What's more is that the bustling city of Buenos Aires emerged as a cultural and economic hub, earning it the moniker Paris of South America. With a thriving middle class, soaring agricultural exports, and a modernizing infrastructure, Argentina seemed absolutely ready to become a superpower in the global economy. The exciting times reached their peak in the 1920s, fueled by a surge in global demand for agricultural products following World War I. Argentina's economy soared, and a sense of optimism in the nation. However, beneath the surface of this apparent prosperity, structural issues and economic imbalances were quietly taking root. The subsequent decades would witness a gradual decline marked by political instability, fluctuating commodity prices, and an over-reliance on agricultural exports. The Great Depression in the 1930s took a toll on the nation's economy, leading to social and political unrest. Despite this, there were small moments of economic resurgence, including the Perón era. This was led by Juan Perón and his wife Eva Perón. It marked a period of significant political and social changes characterized by populist policies, labor reforms, and an emphasis on social justice. Perón's government implemented policies to support workers, including wage increases and social welfare programs, which garnered support from the working class. While these measures initially improved living conditions for many over time, economic mismanagement, inflation, and political instability led to changes. The 1970s saw a period of more economic instability exacerbated by political turmoil and military rule. By the late 1980s, Argentina faced hyperinflation and a mounting debt crisis, climaxing in the economic reforms of the 1990s. During the late 1990s, Argentina plunged into a deep recession with unemployment soaring to 15%. Long-term issues like poor tax collection and corruption compounded the economic challenges, leading to a surge in state spending and a shrinking revenue base. By 1999, creditors had lost faith in Argentina's ability to service its debts, triggering a round of austerity cuts mandated by the International Monetary Fund. Unfortunately, these measures further worsened the recession. In 2001, Argentina defaulted on its debts and abandoned its currency pegged to the US dollar, marking an important moment in its economic downfall. The following devaluation of the peso left Argentinian citizens grappling with increased impoverishment, capital flight ensued, consumer spending plummeted, and savings evaporated. While the economy began a slow rebound post-devaluation, it was a painful journey for the citizens who bore the brunt of the crisis. December 2001 marked the beginning of a series of deposit runs destabilizing the banking system, prompting the imposition of a partial withdrawal freeze. In January 2002, Argentina formally abandoned the currency convertibility regime, signaling a full-fledged economic and political crisis. By the end of 2002, the economy had contracted by a staggering 20% since 1998, with unemployment exceeding 25% and income poverty reaching alarming levels. For the next 2 decades, as Argentina grappled with the aftermath of its economic collapse, the challenges persisted. The issue of corruption has played a significant role in worsening the nation's challenges. It is deeply ingrained in political and economic spheres and has impeded progress, eroded public trust, and diverted resources from much-needed development initiatives. One prominent example is the notorious Corralito scandal of the early 2000s. In response to the economic crisis, the Argentine government imposed strict banking measures, limiting the withdrawal of funds from bank accounts. However, while the public faced financial restrictions, reports emerged of politicians and well-connected individuals maneuvering through loopholes to safeguard their assets, exposing a stark double standard. Furthermore, Operation Car Wash, a sprawling corruption investigation originating in Brazil, revealed its far-reaching impact in Argentina. The scandal implicated high-profile figures, including construction conglomerate executives and politicians, in a vast web of bribery and kickback schemes. Notably, the scandal underscored how corruption transcends borders, affecting multiple Latin American nations. Corruption's impact extends beyond high-profile cases, seeping into daily life for ordinary citizens. Bureaucratic corruption, bribery, and favoritism have become unfortunate norms, hindering efficiency in public services and deterring foreign investment. The World Economic Forum's Global Competitiveness Report consistently highlights corruption as a major obstacle to Argentina's economic development. After all of these challenges, it seems like Argentina might begin its new era. On December 10, 2023, Javier Milei assumed the presidency of Argentina, inheriting an economic landscape marked by a staggering 143% annual inflation rate, a plummeting currency, and 4 out of 10 Argentines living in poverty. Milei's presidency arrived at a critical juncture with the nation standing at the crossroads of economic reform or continued turmoil. Milei wasted no time proposing bold and radical measures to address the economic imbalances. His agenda included substantial cuts to federal spending, advocating for full dollarization, the closure of the central bank, and ambitious privatizations. However, the actual reality of these plans remains doubtful. How will he actually implement them? The choices he makes for the new economic team will serve as early signals of the path Argentina might take. Amidst these proposals, the domestic financial markets face volatility, awaiting Milei's clearer definitions of his plans, particularly regarding dollarization. Dollarization is the adoption of a foreign currency such as the US dollar as the official currency of the country. In dollarized economies, local transactions, prices, and financial assets are denominated in the foreign currency, saving the country's own currency. This is often done to stabilize hyperinflation, attract foreign investment, and enhance economic credibility by relying on the stability of the adopted currency. For Argentina as of right now, a major peso devaluation appears inevitable, promising higher inflation and a looming recession. But could Milei solve this? It's not entirely impossible. Milei's idea of making big financial changes to control excessive borrowing and open up the economy makes sense, even though there are challenges. However, the idea of using the US dollar as the official currency has some problems. Dollarization takes away control from local officials, requiring them to be financially responsible and stop creating money. This is supposed to reduce inflation and gain credibility tied to the US monetary policy. Looking back at history, we can see a similar plan in the 1990s and early 2000s in Argentina called the convertibility plan. It worked well at first, but collapsed due to a lack of financial control and ability to handle external shocks. This led to a crisis affecting the economy, society, and politics. The challenges of dollarization include negative net reserves and limited ability to act in financial emergencies, making the country more vulnerable. The limited connections between Argentina and the US economies also make the sustainability of the strategy questionable. To fix Argentina's problems, a major financial overhaul is needed, stopping the cycle of borrowing too much money and allowing more economic freedom. The country must deal with the root causes, like putting a halt to creating too much money and removing restrictions, such as multiple exchange rates and controls on money flow. While using the US dollar might quickly lower inflation, the lack of a plan for when things go wrong could lead to a serious economic downturn, similar to what happened in the past. Argentina's leaders have a tough job ahead, needing both the will to make political decisions and a commitment to hard work. Given the country's history, people are skeptical, but the Argentine population deserves more than just success in sports. They deserve a strong and lasting economic future. Only time will reveal if officials can gather the courage to break away from old patterns and guide the country toward lasting prosperity.